No, I love Cell Shaded. Cell Shaded's my favorite.
No, I meant, like, have you ever played a Telltale game?
I watched someone play the Borderlands one, but I've never played them.
If you want to buy one, buy The Wolf Among Us, or just I'll log into my Steam and, like, play it. Dude,
I've heard good things about that one.
Good. I haven't even finished it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. Because I have this problem, like, it's just a general thing in my life that I do, where, like, if I find something I really like, I'll play it almost until the end, and then, like, I'll stop.
But why would you stop at the end? Because
I
played
like
to completion.
Savoring that little bit of, like, oh, I've always got the ability to go back to it. Unless it's really good. Like, when I replayed Kingdom Hearts, I played that shit in, like, 3 days.
I don't know. I actually recently have been... I've been listening to a bunch of, like, critics, and, like, while I'm at work, I listen to podcasts upon podcast, all the different gamers, all, like, the Jontrons, the Kid Icaruses, the, like, PBGs, and then, like, I'll go and listen to, like, actual gaming talk podcasts. Because me and you talked about wanting to do Kingdom Hearts at some point. I'm assuming, like, what is it now, the 2.85 or something, HD remix? I do want to play it again and take my nostalgia glasses off, because... part of me feels like I'm going to be... like, it's Disney, and I loved Kingdom Hearts as a kid, and, like, there was a big talk about people being like, I loved Kingdom Hearts as a kid, but I played it again, and I was just like, what happened? And I want to see if that happens to me.
To me, it didn't for me, actually.
Well, when was the last time you played it?
Literally, like, 2 months ago.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, like I just bought the 2.8, and I just finished the first one, and I'm going through Chain of Memories now.
Oh, is it the PS2 version of it, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chain of Memories.
I'll say I played the PS2 version, which was way better compared to the fucking... Okay, let me just go on a mini rant. I don't know what the fuck... I don't know who owns the rights to Kingdom Hearts. Like, I don't know if it's Square Disney.
I think they
but,
share.
like, if they would have just focused, like, on a console, it was like, okay, PS2 for Kingdom Hearts, Game Boy Advance for Chain of Memories... going back, like, this another 40 years, and you get Kingdom Hearts 2. Then let's go to the PSP for Birth by Sleep. Then let's go to the DS for, like, recoded 356 over 2, and all those others.
358 over 2, you fucking...
Okay, I didn't... I fucking love that band. But, like, seriously, though, why jump all those different things? Like, I don't have all those systems, and I want to keep up with them. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, 2.85 whatever has all the games on there now, but some of them are just cutscenes strictly.
Yeah, so 358 over 2. That actually might not be the number. I just like mocking you. And Recoded, I think, are both just the cutscenes of it. Yeah. Whereas 1, Chain of Memories, 2, and Birth by Sleep. No, not Birth by Sleep. Yes, Birth by Sleep. Yeah. Are the actual games themselves, and then now you can go out and get Dream Drop Distance, but I really have no desire to play a game that I've heard got only okay reviews.
Well, apparently they all contain story. Like, every single one has story about it. Like, I played the Game Boy Advance version, I think, along with 2, because the, Chain of Memories for the PlayStation hadn't come out yet. But... like, Chain of Memories, which is, I guess, the 1.5, if you will, had story. Like, it explained shit in 2.
Yeah.
So, like, Kingdom Hearts 3, whenever it's going to come out, there's, like, 5 games that I haven't played on shit I don't know.
Well, that's why
I
have those.
I was going to say, with, like, Birth by Sleep, I think there's, like, 3 different story modes, and I played, like, one of them. So, like, I'm... like, so there's so much lore that I don't know. I want to know it, but...
Can you show me?
It's so... Wait, what?
I want to know about these strangers.
God.
So yeah, it goes Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, the 350 whatever, because Chain of Memories covers Sora's timeline, and 355 covers Organization 13 and Roxas.
Right.
And then 2
brings them
together. Then after that, you go to Recoded and Dream Drop Distance, continue Sora and Riku and Kairi's adventure, because after 2...
when they get back on the... spoilers, if anyone...
Yeah, if you haven't...
If you haven't played the games, like, I haven't played them, but I guess this is, like, a generic storyline, so maybe not spoilers. So, Dream Drop and Recoded continue the story once they get back on the island.
Yeah, I believe so. Again, I have to go back and actually play them all now, which is what I'm going to be doing soon.
Yeah.
And then Birth by Sleep actually covers it actually covers where Ansem comes from. So there's a
Yeah,
really...
but that's before 1, right?
Oh yeah, it's way before 1. It's the Keyblade Wars, which like originally I was like, oh, it's fucking stupid, but now I'm like, dude, I can get down with that.
When I saw was there a teaser in Kingdom Hearts 2 for Birthday Sleep?
I want to say there was either a teaser in that or like immediately after it got leaked on the internet.
Yeah, I just remember seeing the key, like that commercial for the Keyblade
like the
War.
field of Keyblades.
Yes.
Oh, that shit was amazing.
It was so cool. I was so into it, and then like,
have you played that one? Did Birth by Sleep?
I played. That's more spoilers, I guess.
No, you don't, because I haven't even gotten there yet. So.
Okay, well, I played one of the guys.
Yeah, I know there's 3 characters you can play as.
Yeah, I know a chunk of. I can't think of his name though. It wasn't the chick, and it wasn't the Roxas lookalike.
Okay, it's really interesting to me that like they will not leave this. I guess it's kind of like also one of their main things is like originally they were like, I love it in Kingdom Hearts 1, it's like, Sora, you're so special because you're the only Keyblade master. And then it's like, Riku's like, nah, like, I can hold it too. But then like you get it back as Sora and you're like, oh, like, I'm the only guy who can do this. And at the very end you're like, so wait, Riku's had one and I've had one. But Ansem was Riku, so like, can Ansem hold one? And then Mickey at the very end's like, fuck you, mine's golden shit. And I was like, alright, thanks, Mickey. Then you get to 2, and everyone and their mother's got one. Like, everyone I just mentioned. Kyrie has one. Goddamn, I don't think Naminé ever gets one. But like, Naminé's there, fucking Roxas has one. Sora's got 2 at one time for no goddamn apparent reason. Although I love that shit.
Oh my god.
And then I think the idea is that there's always supposed to be at least 3 Keyblade wielders. So like in the original you have like the 3 people from the Keyblade War, and then later it like kind of almost their descendants, you have Sora, Riku, Kairi as like not their descendants necessarily, but like their successors, and then Roxas can hold one because he's Sora's nobody, which makes sense. And then Ansem, I think he's fucking, who cares? He's Ansem. And then Mickey's a badass. So like,
and Mickey's a king and a Disney character, so why the fuck not?
So why not give him the best Keyblade ever?
I don't know if this happened to you when you played
when
it.
you get to play as Mickey. And
oh my god, yes!
It's amazing!
Okay, it's like, what was this? I was like 13, maybe 14 when this came out. I remember I was in Beast Castle, yeah, and I was fighting the wall, and I ended up dying there. I was like, oh fuck, like it's like the second time I died, and then motherfucking Mickey jumps out, and he's like, hold on, Sora, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm playing as Mickey now. It was so cool.
Yeah,
it was so cool. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, anyone listening. Yeah, the audio spikes are really bad.
Get real excited about this game series, but it's so weird that because I think that was the only place it would happen.
Really?
I've never heard of anybody having it happen outside of Beast Castle. I had it, you know, the guy who like throws like a bunch of lances and shit. Yeah. He has like spear lance.
Yeah, that's also Beast Castle.
Yeah, that's Beast Castle, and that's where I got it. And I was like, I died. It's the same thing. I was like, fuck. And then he just kind of goes, don't worry, Sora, I'll fight. And I was like, oh, Mickey's here. Yeah, you got like 2 controls. You can either hit or do like one more action with him. But I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I'm a little baby mouse boy.
You were King Mickey, and it came out of fucking nowhere, so it was awesome.
So it was amazing.
Oh, shit. Kingdom Hearts, dude.
Kingdom Hearts in general, man.
Like I said, I'm kind of interested to see how I react to it, taking the nostalgia glasses off to see how much I really still like it. But that made up such a huge portion of my life.
Oh yeah.
Like I was in that world for a portion of my life. Like I was just like, where the fucking Heartless at? I'd be looking at my shadow and be like, don't you turn into a giant Heartless. I swear to fucking God, if you turn into a giant Heartless. And then like I looked at the shadow and I was like, if you get another fucking shadow and you become a nobody, don't you fucking oh god. Now I'm just spitting shit. I love that game.
It's a great game series, but
is it a great game though, or is it a great story?
It is a great story, and honestly, at least within the remastered version, controls are pretty fluid. Once you get it down again, like controls are pretty fluid. The one thing I will say is I wish it was harder. Actually, I breezed through it.
Isn't there like a hard mode?
I went to hard mode. And had almost no trouble.
Isn't there? I know.
Maybe there's the fact that I'm actually good because I remembered everything I was doing from when I was a kid, but probably not. Like maybe I need to do. Maybe there's a new game plus, but like I put it on the hardest mode that I could. It let me set it on.
I want to say that you can unlock a mode after you've beat it once, but like after you put so many goddamn hours into
the one thing I haven't done is, and we'll probably never do, is beat Sephiroth.
Okay, so funny story about that. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 alongside my buddy Eric when we started playing it together. Well, I brought it over to his house and he was like, "I love this." And him and his little brother ended up getting it. And for me, there was only one person playing my game, so I could only put so many hours into it. But when Eric wasn't playing, his little brother was playing.
Yeah.
And I remember them going. He said they went to some trip. I don't know where they went, but they had. You know when you used to be able to like, at least with my family, we like bring the PlayStation in the car, and we had that tiny ass screen built into the car, and we play that. They beat Sephiroth. I don't know how. Because I never did it. They basically said it's like you just got to keep on wailing on him, and it's just like, how do you avoid his attacks?
Yeah. So one of the things you need to do if you build the Ultima blade,
which that helps a fuck ton.
It helps like so much. It's so ridiculously strong. But after that, like honestly, if they had two people playing it, like as long as you just keep grinding, I think it's an almost endless level system. If it's not endless, like, it at least goes to 100. Like you can level.
I want to say 99, maybe.
Maybe regardless, like it is hard to get that high of a level. So if you do that, like by the end of it, like you can tank so many hits that like and have so much magic that you're just constantly healing. But yeah, you just gotta be patient with them, which is why I haven't even sat there and tried to fight them.
Yeah,
I tried like twice and was like, you know what, I'm not strong enough right now, and I want to go to the next game.
I like devoted a day trying to beat him, and I guess I wasn't high enough because like after like dodging all of his attacks and wailing on him, like he has like 8 bars of health.
Bars, yeah.
Now, did you ever fight him in number 2, or are we talking about 2 or 1? I was talking about
both.
1.
Oh,
you talking about 2?
Yeah, so
I think he's easier in 2.
In 2, he's much easier. In 2, I didn't actually beat him because I was really bad at the game as a kid. My brother was the one who like would always come in and do the hard fights because he was always really good at games. So, but I as a kid like got him down to like less than half a bar, and then like he got a cheap shot on me, and I was like, I don't feel like putting more time into this right now.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Takes you like a half hour.
But yeah, no. In number 1, he's so much harder in 1.
Oh, hands down. I remember. I think Eric helped me a lot with that game because, like, as a kid, like I just put tons of hours into it, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like Disney, and like that was my drive for the game. But the Ice Titan from Hercules, you could also fight in Olympus. I had no clue how to beat him. And there was like a guard ability that you could equip. And it's like that or like swinging at the icicles is like crucial because at some point in the time the Titan just like shoots icicles at you and you can either parry it or you like swipe at one and you can hit it back. I had no clue what the hell that was. So I was like, how the fuck do you beat this guy? And then like being, more mature now, like, obviously, I'm like, okay, he shoots a projectile at me. Of course I gotta fucking, like, hit it back at him.
Yeah.
That's, like, I feel like it's almost common
Zelda,
sense.
Yeah, just hit it back with whatever you have. Yeah, but I'm having such a hard time remembering, too, and, like, remembering all the stuff you do in it, because, again, like, I haven't gone back and played it recently, but like, when I did all this stuff as a kid, I was like, oh, Kingdom Hearts is so hard, like, it's... The tournament takes so long to beat. And, like I fucking blew through this stuff, man. Like,
oh yeah,
totally. If I put another like 4 or 5 hours into just grinding up, I'm sure I could beat all the other bosses afterwards.
I remember at least in 1, like when you're fighting through initially when you're in the Coliseum, you fight Cloud and you're like, oh, he's fucking badass, and he like wrecked my shit as a kid.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you the last time I played it, but I was definitely more mature than I was when I was little. But I was like, all right, let's fight Cloud, and I was just like, oh, like he's actually not that bad.
I stomped him.
I was like, I actually know how to fight him.
The yard with that taped up bitch ass sword of his.
He wasn't always an edgelord, was he? I've never played any of the Final Fantasies, but I know he didn't go into that as an edgelord.
I don't think
so.
No, I think he's edgy, but I also think he has like humor and like an actual developed character.
Yeah,
his arc in Kingdom Hearts is that he's lost his memory, which I don't know if that happens in 7. I haven't gotten around to playing it actually, which is embarrassing because it's apparently one of the best ones.
Which, by the way, if you want to watch us play that game, leave a comment or something. Keep talking.
Yeah, I'd love to play through that game. I actually just recently bought it, so I'd love to do it. But yeah, no, he loses his memory, and that's why he's fighting for the bad guys, is because Hades promises him he'll get his memory back. He's a fucking liar.
He's fucking
liar. Also, he doesn't even get a chance to be a liar, because the deal was if he beats Sora, he gets his memory back, and I stomped this kid, like, fucking made him go out and bite the curb and just took a stomp on the back of his head.
And then fucking Cerberus busts out and just farts. He Cerberus gets out there and just like... And then the Cloud's like, oh, fuck, God, no. And Hercules has to go in there and save him.
Yeah, and then you go back in and just start fighting.
You're sending like waves of nostalgia at me.
Yeah, and like it really will hit you with so much nostalgia, and then like I took like Chain of Memories. I have nostalgia for. I do. But, like, I never played the PS2 version, and I'm still having a good amount of fun with it.
Oh, my
like,
God, yeah.
I'm really, like, the card system, a lot of people are like, oh, it's so dumb. Like, no, like, I'll take innovative game design in a way.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah, like, sure, it's very, very different, and you have to develop a brand new style of play. Like, you can't just constantly mash your A button, roll away a couple of times, or X button, roll away a couple times, and then run back in. Like, you have a very limited amount of attacks you can do. You have to plan accordingly. And I love strategy.
And even if you use your cards, like, so many times, at least with the Game Boy version, I played them both. Like, let's say I started out with, like, you know, a Keyblade that was, like, a level 9 card. Like, I could use it twice, and then it's gone for the rest of that match.
Yeah, for the rest of that match, it's gone. And, like, the more you use, especially if you, like, combine cards to make them stronger, they're gone, like, permanently from the fight.
How far have you gotten in that one?
I have, like, 2 more worlds, and I'm done.
With Sora? You play as through Sora, right?
Yeah, you play as through Sora.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'll
say
I don't want to get into spoiler territory.
No, we don't want to do that. We've already spoiled.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so I'm assuming a lot of people at least know what Kingdom Hearts is, and like, duh, it's about Disney, and like all we've done is like throw names around. I don't even know all the names of the people. Like,
I do.
But like I said, I did at one point in time, but there's just so many.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts 3. If I have a proper console when it comes out, I'm excited to play it.
I do.
But at the same time, I really would like to play everything. Like, I want to redo it. Like, I mean, they've been putting it on hold for so long, but I would love to sit down and be like, let's play all of them. Like,
that's what I'm doing.
In the quote unquote order that they belong in. Like, let's not start with 1. Let's start with Birth by Sleep, then go to 1, then 1.5. Like, I want to know the story. I don't want to look it up. I want to experience it for myself.
Yeah.
Because, like, I guess Square can kind of get away with, like, throwing in the cutscenes for, like, some games. Like, I got the original, which was, like, 1.5. Like, the first, like, whatever remix that came out. I was excited to play that one, and I learned that it was just cutscenes. I'm like, man, I don't want to watch this. This is like 3 hours of cutscenes. I want to play the game.
Well, that one was 1 and Chain of Memories cutscenes, right?
No, you could play 1, and it was 358 or whatever you said cutscenes.
What?
And it may have had Chain of Memory cutscenes.
I can't remember.
I honestly don't remember.
And the weird thing was, I was really excited to have 358 come, or whatever the fuck it is, come to a console when I bought it, and then I was like, no, it's just cutscenes, and I was like, oh, damn.
Exactly. We're gonna find out what this is right now. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious.
Yeah.
I want to see if I was right. 350. Oh nope, it was
358 over 2.
All right.
I did it.
All right.
That was complete shot in the dark. But again, there was a thing that I saw the other day online where it said it was like one of those flowchart kind of thing, or not flowchart, like a chart kind of thing where it said, yeah, I don't know, that's a weird meme. We're finding memes now and it's becoming a problem. But it said, it was like the 2 games on top, and it said 358 over 2, and then recoded, and then the categories were good story arc, good gameplay, and 358 had bad, had a great story arc, bad gameplay, and then Recoded apparently has a bad story arc but great gameplay. So I need to go back and like actually pick up a couple of small copies of them.
Yeah,
I played through them.
I'm honestly, if you let me borrow them, like, I'm honestly good throwing in money for them, so long as I can play them, or hell, if we played it on the channel. Like, I want to know the story before I get the last one.
I can, if you want to, I can go through. I'm confident I could beat Kingdom Hearts 1 if I'm not wasting time on it. I'm confident I can beat it in under 10 hours. Well under 10 hours.
I could see that. So we're not going for like a completionist through. We're just trying to
No. We're not getting like Ultima. We're not doing any side
I was gonna say, because I feel like it takes a while to get. I never made the Ultima. I never got into the crafting portion.
I got really, really close, and then like I had it there, and I had almost everything, and then like I looked up how you had to get like two of the pieces, and I was like,
it's like,
and it was like,
it's so grindy.
Yeah, it's
so
you have to go
grindy.
to X, Y, or Z place where you have a potential to find an enemy. You kill that enemy, and maybe it'll give you this item, or maybe it won't. And if you don't, you waste another hour of your life trying to find just one of the 15 plus items you need.
Is it like, I'm assuming it's some of those like fungus guys where
Yes,
like they sit there and they're like, oh, I'm really hot, and you
and you are like, I'm chilled, so you gotta freeze them. I'm hot, you gotta freeze them. I'm chilled, you gotta.
I thought it was the reverse. I thought it was like if they're cold, you've hit them with fire.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, it is. Yeah, but yeah, it's those, but it's also there's one where it's the little like magic little cap little guys. There's like the fire one, the ice one. There's one that's
there's a black and a white one too.
There's a black one, and the black one splits into 5 different ones, and like he'll jump around. You have to hit the right one. If you hit the right one like 4 times in a row, and it's really annoying because he goes really fast, then after you do that, you have a chance to get, I think, like a Thundara stone or something like that. It's some really, really rare stone that's used for like the high level crafting. And like it's just that. It's just playing essentially dumb little mini games to hope you get the right items.
I wish this was number 1 we're talking about, I'm assuming.
Number 2 is the same.
Is there an Ultima in number 2, or is it like under a different name?
I think it's under a different name, but it's the same thing.
I don't know. I feel like they could have done something a little bit better with the crafting. Like, with the quirky guy, like the mushroom cap dude, like, that's one thing, but I almost rather it be, like, a difficult, mini boss battle.
I'd fight a mini boss 100 times over.
Compared to, like, okay, is he cold? Is he hot? And then, like, the off chance that you hit the wrong thing, and they just teleport and they're gone.
The worst thing about them is when you have multiple ones, and one of them wants lightning. Because depending on the finishing spell that you use, you'll get a different item from them. So if one of them wants lightning and another one doesn't, and you use thunder, like thunder is one of the only things in the game that like even at its base level hits multiple targets. So you start hitting the other ones, and then they get all fucking pissed off and disappear. And I've been sitting there working on number 1, and he's like, "Thanks for your help." Gives me 1 item, and then the other 6 guys that were there are gone now.
Oh God, I want to play Kingdom Hearts.
It's so. Do yourself a favor if you. I think we've already mentioned this on the podcast, but if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts, do yourself a favor and at least look it up. The story arc alone is quirky. It's really, really fun. It's really, really in-depth. It has some really, really great character development. Some real weird, like, cutscene animation. Like, it's very reminiscent of its time. Even in the remaster, they only remastered certain cutscenes. Whereas other ones, he still has, like, they just pasted on a mouth and made it move a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was just to save time. Like,
and, like, I get it. But, like, if you can look past that stuff and you can look past the campiness of, like, love and friendship as the main themes of it, fighting against evil, like, it really is a pretty heartwarming story about a kid with a key who beats up monsters.
Yeah, and it's Disney, and everyone loves Disney. So,
Disney's great.
Like, get past the whole, like, darkness and like love and hearts and stuff, like, because like looking at that you're just like, oh, that's not very like innovative or anything, but like at the time as a kid it was the coolest thing in the world. Like, I'm personally a big what is it, like, I want to say proponent. That's not. Yeah, I preferred to go out there and play a game as opposed to watching it for some games, but with Kingdom Hearts, if you don't have the time, because trust me, it'll take a lot of hours to go through each individual game. It
will eat away at your life, but you'll love every minute of it, except for grinding. Grinding is obnoxious, but you don't have to do it.
It'll happen every now and again. Like some people I know, like they'll, like for me, like when I went back and played it, which was probably why it was easier. Like if I ran into an area, Heartless or Nobody's came up, like they got killed, and then I went on, like as a little kid, I just kind of rushed through them because I didn't want to deal with them, and then like the bosses and that were a little bit more difficult. Yeah. But
I mean, it's the same way of like playing a Pokemon game. If you just ignore all the wild Pokemon, like sure, there's not going to be a lot, like there's not a ton of experience out of that, but like it's a little 100, 10, 15, depending on whatever level you are, like the little bit extra experience gives you that bump, and maybe one level gets you that new move that's really going to help you sweep a gym. And it's the same way with that game. One level can get you an ability that like completely changes the way you play.
Or give you a huge chunk of your HP.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. That is one thing. I love the HUD design, the heads-up display
For like the HP.
The way the HP and the health curls around your portrait.
I think that's pretty cool.
I think that's really cool. I could think of a better way to do the attack and like item system, but it didn't bother me. Like going back and replaying it, like once you get used to it again, like and that was the thing is like maybe that is my nostalgia hurting me there, and that like I already know how to do this, but like it did not take me long to readjust to the gameplay, and once I did, I had a really really great time playing it again.
So yeah, you all need to get out there and play yourself some Kingdom Hearts. Side question, still on Kingdom Hearts, did you go with the New World's characters, or did you stick with Goofy and Donald? Because young Noah was like, "Hey, I wanna, mess." I was like, "I wanna be with Tarzan. I wanna be with Beast." But then like older Noah was like, "Fuck no," because they're not gonna come with different worlds with me unless there's a specific point in time where I need them. I was like, "I'm gonna train up Donald and Goofy because I actually gonna need them down the road."
Yeah. So for me, it was very situational. I would try and keep us all on the same level. Or at least around, like I was obviously
Goofy always fucking took off on the level.
Don't know how.
I don't know why, but he was always so much higher.
So that was one of the big things. Is like I remember specifically when I went to Halloween Town, I put Goofy away and took Jack because Goofy was way higher leveled, and then like when we evened out near the end, I switched it up because I didn't necessarily need Donald. So the essentially, for those of you who don't know, you're the main attacker. Donald is going to use magic, like any mage in a game. He's going to use magic spells to hurt enemies, but mainly he's there to heal you.
Yeah.
He is a constant healing factor for you. He uses items that you give him along with his ability to heal you. And then Goofy is he's a brawler, but he's mainly there. One of the biggest things he can do is he can give you his MP once he gets that ability. So like he'll hit things, which gains you back more MP or magic power, I think is what it stands for. He'll gain back more, and then he'll give it to you and Donald so that you can cure and Donald can cure to heal each other. He's also a fucking tank. He's got so much, like, if you don't know what the heads-up display looks like for the game or how the health works, it wraps around your portrait, but after it's done wrapping almost once, it just shoots out in a line. Goofy's can go across the damn screen. It's ridiculous. I don't know how he does it.
And in the second game, you can shoot him like a rocket.
Yes, you can. There's some really, really fun... And that's another thing is, like, you really, really start to love the characters, especially Donald and Goofy. Like, it brings a really, really... Like, they're very much their characters from the cartoons you watched as a kid.
Oh, yeah. Like, you get genuinely upset when whatever boss takes out, like, Donald or Mickey, and you're like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna kick your ass, that's my boy.
That's my boy over there. That duck who refuses to wear pants for some reason, he's my friend, asshole. You really... Great characters, great story arc, and to me, loved the gameplay. All around, I could not recommend Kingdom Hearts, at least 1 and 2. Chain of Memories, 358, Recoded, Birth by Sleep, all those, if I haven't played them at all, I've only played them a little bit, and I'm less familiar, but what I have played of them, absolutely loved it, still for the story arc, and like, completing the narrative for me. But again... Maybe you won't like them. Maybe you, if you're the 1 or 2 people out there that have never played Kingdom Hearts or hate it, maybe you just don't like it, and that's for you. Or it's not for you, I guess. But to me, they're probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite game series.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
It's okay, at least in terms of story arc.
Okay.
It's my
not
favorite.
Not gameplay, story.
Don't get me wrong, I like the gameplay, but like... There's other games that I've put more time into. There's like dungeon crawlers, first-person shooters, like
just get generic dungeon crawler. Not gonna name
any games. Binding of Isaac, which I have almost 300 hours put into, which is ridiculous. But I mean, so by gameplay alone, it's obviously not like my most played. But to me, it's the game that I'll never. It's the game that I'll never forget because it made such a big impression on me as a child. And like everything about it I loved. Character design, animation style, character choice, character development, story arc, music. The music is incredible.
We were talking about before we started on this podcast, just like you said it and I didn't say anything, but I was going to tell you, like, I like every now and again you're listening to Spotify or YouTube and like the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack comes on and you were saying it was Passion and like it'll kick on and you're just like, God damn it,
It's gonna get me again.
And you just start tearing up. You're like, God, I can't let anyone see me. They can't know that I'm listening to Kingdom Hearts.
Gotta be a man about this. I don't play games with Disney characters, but the games are fun. They legitimately are. Both
God.
he and I's very, very big emotional gateway.
Definitely
into some real fun and fond memories that we had as children.
I can definitely remember. Oh, is that spoiler territory? Oh, it's like
spoiler alert for anyone listening.
Super spoiler alert when you fight Riku, when you fight Ansem, when he gets into Riku, when he's like, I am Ansem, the secret, or like the
something of darkness,
whatever darkness, and there's the big door there, and you have to fight him. I literally fought him so much as a kid I could not beat him like a month. Like I put it down and like one day I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna do it. And like when you beat him and it's like this great triumphant thing, you go in the door, you fight the other Jumbo Heartless and you get out and you're like, this is amazing. And they're like, a door is not open, and fucking Sora picks up Riku's keyblade, stabs himself in the chest, and he's like falling back in slow motion, and Donald's like, Sora, no! I screamed at my TV.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, no, please don't do this. I thought it was the end. I was so upset. My heart was racing. I was sweating. Snot was running down my face.
Disgusting.
Oh my! I was so into that. Oh my god.
Do you want to know a thing that I really do regret, but like it is a very big thing? As a child, I personally never was able to beat Kingdom Hearts. I couldn't get past Riku. So again,
at that same spot?
Yeah, that exact same spot.
Gosh.
So I had my brother play through it for me, and he beat it. And then I also had a really, really good childhood friend, similar to you, who we both would play along. And his dad actually was incredible at the game. Really, really, really good. So his dad like went through and like always would like, we'd always watch him play because he was so much better than us.
Yeah.
And he like breezed through that part. Like it was no problem for him. So like I knew the ending and I had seen it all. But then when I went back and replayed it finally again as an adult, or what I pretend to be as an adult.
Hey, that's fucking too true, my friend.
Yeah.
Too true.
But I went back and played it, and like I was actually sitting when I had 3 roommates, and like they were all talking behind me. I was like, "Can you guys shut up for a second?" Sora just stabbed himself in the heart, and you guys don't even care.
Look at him!
Look at him!
He's dying! Somebody help him! Oh my god. Okay. All right.
If we go on any longer about this, we're going to just.
Guys, I never thought I'd get this worked up about it because I thought I was over Kingdom Hearts, man.
You'll never
apparently
be over
I'm
Kingdom
not.
Hearts.
Maybe we'll have a part 2 series because honestly, I would love to talk a little bit more about it. Maybe more so on the gameplay.
Probably talk about number 2 more. I feel like we really focused on number 1 today.
Yeah, but let's come back and talk about number 2 a different day. But I'd really enjoy that.
Yeah.
But also on a side note, dads that play video games, you're awesome. And shout out to my dad who played Blades of Steel on the NES with me when I was a little kid. That's the only game he played. I don't know why the fuck we played a hockey game, but it was really enjoyable. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. You did your dad play games?
My dad played 1 game with me actually. My dad hates video games now. Probably because I grew up playing them so much, and like he always told me like go get a job, and I was like a 6-year-old, and I was like, Dad, what? But no, he definitely didn't do that. But he played. It was like a wave runner, like jet ski.
Jet Moto?
I think. Oh my the
god.
N64.
No, oh no.
Oh, that's the one I had. It was the N64.
N64 is Wave Race, I think.
Yeah, whatever it is. My dad used to play that with me because like he was like, oh, like I like boats and jet skis and like racing's pretty cool. So like he actually like sat down with me as a dumb little kid and like played with me every now and again. So like, thanks.
Shout out to all the dads. Shout out to any parent figure out there that's played games with your child. It means a lot to us. Or to them. I don't know how to end it. We're ending the episode now. Guys, thank you so much for listening to this. You can hear us on YouTube if you want to fucking stare at this little GIF over and over and over. Or you can listen to us on SoundCloud. My last SoundCloud, like, broke for a while. I don't know what the deal was, but we couldn't upload the episode. So there's going to be 2 episodes going up. This one and the one before that. So go check those out. I'm going to start posting social medias or all the artists that have done work for us in the links in the description if you'd like to see them. And again, thanks to everyone that watches, leaves a comment, or likes the video. literally every little bit helps because we're just two
every
fucking
bit.
guys talking about video games.
Yeah, that's really all it is. There is no man behind the curtain here. It's all us doing this, and we're really, really bad at it. We understand that, but we're trying to get better. And every little bit where you guys help out really, really means the world to us. Every listen, every like he said. Other than that, just get out there and if you tell two friends and then they tell two friends, that's like 15 people right there. So we're already making progress. So remember, just go out there, you tell two friends. You just tell two and you tell them to do the same. Eventually we'll get the whole world. I don't know how the kids in China are going to understand this, but maybe they all speak English too. Good night, everybody.
See you later. Oh, shit.
You gotta end it there.